All right, well, I don't know if this is working yet, but maybe it is. Let's see. I'll open YouTube. It says I'm recording, I think. So it looks like I'm live here. No live viewers. Okay, cool. I guess when people start to join, if they do. This will be interesting. All right, well, let's open a new window. Yeah, so for context, I've never live streamed anything before, so this is my first time, and we'll just see how this goes. Create a new automation project here. Let's see. Let's call it goalie post. All right, we'll just open that in VS Code and close this other one. Nice. All right, and go check on Twitter, see if anybody's waiting for this to happen. Actually, I have no idea if people can even go look at this. No idea what I'm doing, but I think this is the link to my live stream on Playwright and testing the goalie post website. Shout out to, what was his name again on here? Find him again. Okay. Cool. Okay. So before we go ahead and before we go ahead and make a site, make a Playwright project, let's actually just go to the website. Get a browser tab over there and view. So the goal today is to look at how we can test this, but also how we can use Playwright to use some UI automation as part of testing this. So when we first get to this website, I don't know if we need to blow this up a bit more. Looks like there's a little bit of lag here. I don't know. Yeah, I don't even know if it's looking at the right screen when I'm doing this, to be honest. Oh, that's weird. So maybe if okay, there we go. I guess this is a mirrored screen now. What the hell? Okay. All right, so when I get to this site, I'm gonna take a look at the features. We've got a login. We've got, all right, we've got a feed here. Looks like they're all posted by Goalie Post, but we have a bunch of different tweets here. We've got navigation bar at the bottom. So looks like we've got a ranked list. 100. It's like a top 100. Let's see, it's got like a URL on it or something. Selected month goalies. Okay. Got a download button. Okay. So August, maybe we'd want to check that's like this month is the name of the last, like the month before the current month. Perhaps. All right, schedule. So we've got a table here, we've got some tooltips. Wonder if there's a way the Playwright can hover over stuff. I think you can focus things, but I'm not sure about hover. Maybe. All right. I guess it would help to know that these numbers are going in sequence. All right, and then we've got login sign up. So, all right, I'm just gonna create an account so that we can do some crazy stuff here. So we're gonna go get that OTP. I'm watching the stream live on YouTube, the playback, and I'm not really sure how this is gonna look. I can't really tell which screen it's looking at, to be honest, because I have a monitor and I have my Mac as well right in front of me, but everything I'm doing is on the monitor, so I hope it's gonna look at the monitor. All right, so I'm now on, well, I've logged in, so now I have an account. I've signed up, so I have an account. It looks like there's a edit profile button. We've got a view to edit my social links. I can edit that. So what if I don't save it? Okay, nothing happens. What if I have like space characters? Well, it'll save space characters, which is fine. Nothing really wrong with that per se. Kind of wonder. What if we save a bunch, just to be stupid? All right, well, not sure what good that was, but let's see what happens if we give it a username for Twitter. or an account. All right, well, I gave it one. But I don't really see, looks like it's not saving that. Maybe because it's not twitter.com, maybe. Okay, so there's an issue. Now that we've got a name switch over to X, we need to be able to accept both. Okay, now we're cooking. So I like that it's only allowing you to do, well, let's see. Does it let you do HTTP? So it'll let you save invalid input, but it won't update the database. So maybe we need to be having some kind of error message here when we like, let's say we wanted to save that seems to be invalid because it didn't save. So if we do that again, you can see right before it closes it'll update back because it was invalid. So it's like really hard to, you gotta really just, okay. Yeah, so I don't think this is watching my screen anymore. Yep, I'm looking looking at the YouTube window right now, and I don't think it's watching the right screen. Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. We are gonna start using this browser window here. Apparently we've got two different browsers, but only one is actually getting looked at. Ain't that fun. Okay, that means I probably need to bring this window over here. And that window. And okay. Oh, that's cool. Okay, so it's mirroring now. That's good. I'll also mirror this. Okay, so it looks like I'm still logged in a different browser tab. Well, actually in a completely different, I think it's a different browser window. So, oh look, we got dark and light mode, that's cool. Okay, so we're gonna go back here. It feels weird watching the YouTube thing be behind a little bit. Anyways, if you catch it right before the modal goes away, you can see this HTTP update to HTTPS. Yep, there it is. And I don't think we should be doing that. I think we need to be telling the user that they can't update and they need to change the input and put like a error message right below the input here, because that's where they're typically going to look for something like that. All right, so we know that there is a rule here, like it's a very specific regular expression governing this. It's probably just looking for this and then allowing whatever you put after it. So I'm kind of curious. What if you do that? No, it's got to be at least, well, maybe it's alphanumeric. Okay, so that's weird. Okay, so it looks like it'll save, but it'll kind of flash the old input right before it saves, but that won't affect the ability to save the right one. Okay, so some interesting things we've noticed. All right. What if I don't want a last name? All right, I guess it doesn't care. How about just the last name and no first name? Interesting. So can't I save no first? Nope, it's gotta keep it, I guess. So it'll save that. What if no, won't let me. What if I want to save? Yep, so you can get rid of the last name, but you have to have a first name, looks like. And it won't save if you just hit close, so cool. All right, so we're learning. We're learning about the application. So in quality assurance, the first thing that you need to do before you automate anything is to actually learn how the app works. Oop, there we go. Diet Coke intact. So you're gonna delete your account. This action can be reversed within 24 hours. You can reverse this action from your profile page by logging in again and disabling account deletion. Disabling account deletion? What does that mean? Huh. Okay. Well, nobody's in the live chat yet, so that's fine. Okay. Logging in again. Well, let's see what happens if I delete the account. So we have profile deletion request successful. Now it told me if I logged back in, then nothing bad would happen, right? Login didn't really work. Login button's disabled, so I'm going to reload the page. Maybe that's going to do it. Exception, no tokens found. Oh, well, here's a problem. When I reloaded the page, okay, so before reloading the page, I didn't check to see if it was still on the profile endpoint, but we don't want to reload to the profile endpoint if we just deleted the account. So let's go back to the home page. Okay, so I've already found a couple of things. Riasad, if you're watching, I hope you're having a good time. I'm having a good time, so. All right, let's see what happened. So I just deleted my account. It said that I could log back in. So I'm gonna log back in, 246403. I really like that animation. It just like spins the number. That's cool. Okay, so it remembered my name. My account is still here. It kept my Twitter. Okay, so one suggestion would be, instead of telling the user disabling account deletion, tell them to cancel the deletion request, because it looks like that's what's here. That's what's happening here. Profile deletion request revoked. Okay, neat. Manage subscription. Select for special reports on scouting, observations, and opinions. Okay, so it looks like you can subscribe to updates on any team you want. This is a cool website, honestly. Yeah. Goalie, starting goalie updates, rambling, special reports, and scouting observations. Email updates. So I'm gonna guess these are all emails. All right, so we've got French. So some of the text is translated. What about goalie, starting goalie updates, rambling, special reports, and scouting observations? Maybe we need to translate that too, as well as the headings for the table. Let's see what else. Anything else? What if I reload the page? Okay, so if I reload the page, it doesn't keep the, yeah, I would think this might be like a user setting that, like if the user clicks this, they might expect to be able to navigate the website with one language now. Or like with the new language, so if you do that and then you go to, I don't know if that's right. So when you click this manage subscription button, you probably don't want to see that. I would be expecting for there to be no like transition animation or whatever's going on here. I feel like I've seen this before with like route handling issues in React Router. So I don't know. My suggestion would be if they're already on this endpoint, don't try to load anything or redirect. Okay, so we have okay, so it's keeping the same language. That's good. What if we go to, yeah, so see the language goes away and you have to translate again. And there actually isn't even much of a difference. They've got this one thing here that translates. Everything else is still English. So I'd recommend doing an audit of the site just to make sure that all the strings are translated when you click the language button there. Okay. We're about 22 minutes. Maybe we're good. We might be good on just, I mean, it looks like there's plenty of other stuff we can explore here. And that's interesting. It's still translated. Support. Anything, nope, we don't have translations there. FAQ. No translations for the FAQ. That could be not fun for the user. Looks like it defaults to August. Now I'm beginning, okay, so it looks like it's gonna default to whatever month has data, like the most recent month with data. But it looks like you can go back in time here. That's good. December, okay. This might be nitpicky, but I think the user would have a better experience if we only showed the months that have data. And if we're gonna show all of them, we should also be giving them an option to go backwards in time to like look at 2022 December, for example. There should probably be a check here just to make sure that this list is only populated with months that have data, because while it's helpful to have no data available just in case something goes wrong, we probably want to only show the months that the user can get value from. Also, what was that? That was weird. That is really weird. So this ad, somehow this ad is messing with the drop-down menu. Not sure how, but yeah, if I click September here, it's actually clicking the ad behind it, which is super weird. Let's try to click, yeah, there we go. Clicked right above the ad. Okay, so I think that's enough for, well, actually, where's the logout button? Where is the logout button? If I go to this page, maybe menu. Okay, so menu. I don't know if it's just me being new to the site or not, but I fully expected there to be a logout button up in the top or in like the navigation here. I think it's helpful to have that menu, but it looks like you can't access that menu from the profile. You'd have to go back home, or yeah, you'd actually have to go back home. The home page has that menu, but these other pages don't for some reason. So if the user wants to log out, they'd actually have to go home and then go to log out. So that's like 2 extra clicks. But if it was up here, like a logout button, or it was in this menu, I feel like that would be more intuitive, like a logout right below support down here, or under profile or something. But all right, ooh, that's interesting. So that's translated. Oh, let me go check something. Okay, so we still have French. So it just looks like, yeah, there's some inconsistency around translation that should get looked at for sure. So now that we're logged out, let's go take a gander at automation. Okay, so for starting a new Playwright project, I think it's npm init. Let's see. Playwright automation project or demo for goaliepost.com website. That's fine. It's fine. Okay. I think it's npx playwright init, but I'm just gonna check real quick. Let's go to the Playwright docs. So we get a new project, npm init playwright at latest. No, we're gonna do playwright test. Okay, yeah, looks like we're gonna use this command. So this will start it up. All right. So TypeScript or JavaScript? Well, we know I like TypeScript. Well, I know I like TypeScript. Okay, we're gonna put them in the tests folder. Maybe I can blow this up so y'all can see a bit better. But this is the CLI tool to set up a Playwright project. So add a GitHub Actions workflow. No, that's fine. Install Playwright browsers. Sure. So this is going to take a couple seconds. It's going to install Chromium, Firefox, WebKit, and maybe another one. I think it might just be those three. Might be a bit overkill for this demo to be testing on all three browsers, but we're going to do it. Okay, looks like we are good. Let's go back to our project. Alrighty. So we've got our package.json, we've got our tests folder, our example spec. So we're gonna do a login test just because that is a fun way to get started here. I'm just gonna delete all this, except for that handy dandy import statement up at the top. It gives us our test and expect. So I always like to wrap my tests in a describe block. So we're going to start by naming this test suite as, I'm just gonna say login to existing account. All right. Actually, yeah, we don't need an async there. So test.describe. Ugh, 2 spaces. Let's change to 4. That's the JavaScript way. So we're gonna start with a, let's see, do we need an after all? No, let's hold on for a minute. We're not gonna do any before or after hooks yet. So let's look back at the website. So we're gonna go to this website. So in Playwright, I think you can do page.goto, but we're gonna start with go to the home page. Now this one's gonna have an async. Await page, oh, okay. So we're gonna need context here. And actually, you know what? Why don't we do, after all, test after all, browser. No. Async, browser. Await browser.close. Cool. So what that's going to do is at the end of our tests, after all the tests have gone, then we're going to close the browser. And this page in here, this is going to be shared across, this is a fixture. This is going to be shared in every test so that we don't keep creating new pages because that takes up memory. So we're going to go to the website. And oh, we might do page objects here, maybe, but let's just expect. Does this have, I think I might need the types package. Okay, so that's also in Playwright test. Locator. Let's pick an element. How are we gonna verify that this page is loaded? And do inspect. How will we know? Let's blow this up a bit more. Okay. So we've got a lot of iframes. This is the body. Here's the top of the body. What have we got? So a lot of script tags. Ooh, no, it's a shadow. We don't want that. There's a lot of frames. Holy moly. There's our HTML, I think. I don't know. Full class pane. Fast branding. I'm trying to find one element that we can verify on this screen. Just one. Everything seems to be like in a frame. I haven't seen a lot of this before. Got the head. A lot of ads. A lot of scripts. Okay, so that's not helpful. Where is the actual HTML for this thing? It's gotta be somewhere. Gotta be somewhere. Script, iframe. Nope, just an empty body again. What about this? Okay, accessibility, generic. Keyboard focusable. And again, it just seems like it's all in here. But how do you see anything in here? Oh, wait a minute. Okay, I think we're getting somewhere. We've got some slots. All right, I'm actually not sure what I'm getting here. Reveal. Okay. Platform view. It's all just so inaccessible. Aria hidden true. Ads. Well, I'm sorry, y'all. This has taken a little bit longer than I thought. I should have known. It's never as easy as you think it's gonna be. Okay. This is where we might end up using Playwright's recorder, maybe. But I'm really hesitant to do that. It seems like the only thing visible on here is ads for some reason. Is there like a, maybe I can okay, I might need to find by text, so let's try that. What's an element we want? No predictions yet. Or how about manage subscription? Get by text, capital manage, lowercase subscription. sub locator is don't need that, I guess. So we're gonna use get by text. Manage subscription. Excuse me. So we're gonna say expect manage sub to be visible. All right, let's see what happens. MPX Playwright test. Well, actually, let's make this easier on ourselves. Let's go to scripts. We're gonna make a test script. We're gonna set this to 4 spaces. Okay. That's odd. How about this? There we are. Have our test script be npx playwright test, so that we can just run npm test. Oh boy, I have a feeling this is going to fail spectacularly, but I guess we'll see. Okay. Very spectacularly. So we might need to use the debugger. So pwdebug equals 1, that's how you use the debugger. I think there's a debug flag as well, but I usually use this. So let's see. What is happening here? We have 3 of these things open at once. Okay. 1. Look at that. Okay, so we did go to the right website. But now, you know what? I don't think we need 3 of these things open. I'm going to go, and we're just going to run in Chrome. So in the config, you can just edit which projects are currently visible, and we're just going to have Chrome. So let's do this again real quick. There we go. That's easier. So let's step over once. Here we are. And let's see. Oh, that's weird. In incognito, it has like a different. Oh, that's because I'm not logged in yet. Yep, that's important. Okay, so it looks like I want subscribe, email updates, but I think I want to use this locator thing. And I want to get locator FLT glass pane. Yeah, I don't know about that. That feels like that's not gonna work. So let's try 2 things here. I think we need that, which actually, let's go back here and just make extra sure that we're logged out. I am logged out. Weird. Oh, but now, oh ho, ho ho ho. Okay, so this didn't update when we logged out. I had to refresh the page. There's another issue. Okay. Cool. And this is the HTML report that pops up. I think we can set that to not open automatically. We'll just leave it alone for now. I'd have to dig through the docs. Don't want to do that right now. I'm lazy. Okay. So that's one thing. Let's make another locator and get by test ID, page locator. And we'll try to give the ID that it gave us. We'll see if that one's visible. I'm sure it will be because it's just the frame. More interested to see if that original one ends up being visible. Okay. So let's step over. All right, yep, of course that's visible. And what about that? Uh-oh, waiting for it. I didn't see it. Interesting. Yeah, there's something odd about this. Yeah, it's just this glass pane. There's like nothing that you can see. You can't see anything in there. Canvas container. Well, if it's not accessible, then you can't test it. But the problem with that is that means it's also not accessible to people who need to use screen readers to view stuff like this. So that's an issue. But this is why QA automation can help with accessibility testing by default, because you end up finding those limitations pretty quickly, because your UI scripts with frameworks like Playwright, they require you to be able to access elements via their markup. So this was kind of a dead end, unfortunately. I'm not really sure how much we can do here. I'd like to view page source. Yeah, it's just like the source is almost non-existent. We just have like loading, please wait. We have a lot of hidden stuff. I guess we could check the title. Yeah, maybe we check the title when we get to that page. So just say page frame. I guess that's a good way to tell that that page loaded, but then we can do page title. No, I think there's like expect page.title to equal, or to have text to equal. I think that's how you do that. All right, if this isn't how you do that, I'm gonna have to gonna have to consult the docs, but let's give this a shot. Page.title. Okay. Title, page. Page.title. Oh, it's a function. I guess I could have figured that out here. Received function title. So function, named function title. Okay. So we got that. Nope. Yeah, I guess you wouldn't really need it because you wouldn't need to await anything because it's just going to be a it's going to be there from the start, I guess. It's not like the UI. Page.title. Oh wait, is that async? Yep, it returns a promise. Okay, so we're going to need to do await page.title. I wonder if it needs await now. No, it doesn't. Okay. Now, page.close. It looks like it's not really closing the browser at the end, so I'm going to do something else here. Oh wait, no, I'm not closing the page at the end, so we need to add that in there. Because it'll close the browser, but then the page will hang. I've had that happen with Electron testing as well. Okay, this should tear down nicely. There we go. Okay, so the page title matches. Just to make sure that that's not BS, let's change the title. Just make sure that it's still good. So it's looking at the title and see Playwright gives you these nice failure messages as well. Now, if we don't want the reporter, like the HTML report, to open right away, I know there's a way to do this. Oh, okay, got it. They're all lists, so. I think there's a, there we go. I'm just gonna copy paste this. Well, thanks for sticking around with me during this thing. I kind of hoped this was going to be more eventful, but it looks like we're having issues. Okay, so that failed. And I think it only hung because it auto-opened the HTML thing. There's probably a way to close the session after it does that, but I have never had to do that, so won't worry about it. Let's switch that back real quick, rerun, and then let's see what else we can do here. Okay, passed. All right. Is anyone even watching this? No, we're at like 54 minutes. Man, I really hope people are actually able to see everything that I'm doing here. Actually, it looks like they, oh good. I'm looking back through the stream and people have been able to see all my code, so that's good. Okay. So, Riasat, if you're watching this, there's, oh, and the QA from QA Clouder, if you're watching this, there's quite a few fun opportunities to write some bug reports and to fix some user experience issues here. So I would highly recommend to the QA, the aspiring QA folks, to go through this website and see if they can reproduce the stuff that I was seeing, and then find other stuff. And then Riasat, I really hope I'm pronouncing your name right, by the way. I'm literally just guessing, but yeah. I would look into why it is that the markup is so Like it's hidden in these iframes and everything. And if there's a way to make that more accessible, I don't know why it's like this. It might just be. I wonder if this is like a. Did he use Flutter? Let me see. Okay. Oh no, I'm exposed. I didn't make that image myself. Let's see. Sorry, Deep. Just exposing you in our DMs. Okay. My experience with Cypress, I don't have. Yeah. Looks like he saw this coming. I'm just gonna type back to him. Yep, I'm running into accessibility issues when it comes to accessing elements in the markup, because everything seems to be hidden behind iframes, or hidden within iframes. I'm not sure how to handle that since my web automation experience is super limited. And I've had accessible markup to work with in the past. But I did manage to find some UX issues and small bugs that I talked about during the live stream, which I'm currently on still. So but yeah, it looks like he said it was written using Flutter. Okay, so let's go check real quick. Flutter web apps not accessible markup. You know what? Let's go to Bard. I'm gonna act like I'm the developer. Why is my Flutter app web format? Why is my Flutter web apps markup hidden inside of iframes and opaque containers? Okay, let's find out. They're rendered using a technique called shadow DOM. That makes sense because we saw shadow root when we were in the inspect view. Yeah, when we're in the inspect view, if you click there, FLT glass pane, we got shadow root right there. This creates a separate DOM for the Flutter app, which is isolated from the main DOM of the web page. This is done for security reasons to prevent the Flutter app from interfering with the main DOM or being interfered with by other scripts on the page. Yeah, including test scripts, unfortunately. Flutter web apps are rendered using a native graphics engine. Let's see. Okay, compatibility. Flutter web app still under development. Not all Flutter widgets are yet supported on the web. Okay. Native rendering engine for widgets. If you're concerned about the markup being hidden, you can use debug show checked mode banner to enable a debug banner that will indicate when widgets are being rendered inside of iframes. Debug paint. The boundaries of all widgets in your Flutter app and inspect in Chrome, but then, I mean, I don't know about that. It looks like it's kind of hallucinating there. Probably hallucinating on other stuff here too, but Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I get the security point, but if you want to be able to test the UI of a web app, you got to be able to access the markup. So I don't know. This was a good learning experience for sure. I think I might just call it here, honestly. I guess this was a good introduction, I think, to just making a basic test on, I guess, the home page. I think next time I'm going to use a different website and see like one that has accessible markup and I can check beforehand, and then we'll see how that goes. So yeah, thanks for tuning in and happy testing.